Welcome back to the next episode, and today we'll be starting off with 95 fishing. That's another thing I've been doing a little bit in the background and not really recording, is when I have stuff to do, I'll just sit here and AFK fish. I planned to do more 3-ticking, but that's not gonna probably happen because I have stuff to do. I might be doing fletching also, but I'm not really sure right now. Anyway, there is 95 fishing, and the plans for this episode are still yet to be determined. Quickly reminded that lunar diplomacy is the goal that I'm working towards now, and that requires 61 crafting. I bought a bunch of supplies from the charter ships, you know, the seaweed, soda ash, and buckets of sand. I cooked a bunch of the seaweed into soda ash, and right now I'm getting more buckets of sand because I have a bunch of buckets, but not enough sand, even with doing BERT, and I'm trying to remember to do BERT every day. So that's working on that. This is how I'm getting my buckets of sand, using the balloon method to get to Entrana and then filling them up here and teleporting back to Castle Wars, and I just forgot my ring. All of the resources have been collected, and we're nearing 61 crafting now. For the most part, when I was making the molten glass, I was making at Edgeville, and I would just go back and forth from the furnace, and then when I'd run out of energy, I'd start crafting orbs, so that would make it so I never had to walk, which made it a little bit faster. And then over here, when I was making the rest for my unpowered orbs, because I had extra molten glass I still had to do, I started running to the sawmill to cut planks, just to use up that run energy so I wasn't wasting it. But anyway, here's 61 crafting. Can finally do lunar diplomacy now. I probably will be doing that now. I might be doing like some AFK skill or something because I've got something to do IRL. But after that, that's might be the next clip. I also wanted to quickly show that I have 3,046 unpowered orbs and just a few molten glass left over. I'll probably end up saving that. And then I also made 146 oak planks, so not that much. I'll go do another run right now while I decide what I'm gonna do next. But here's my seed collection in order of worst to best seeds. So I've got 5 Harlanders left, 26 Raynars, 31 Toads. You can read the text. It's like kind of just not that much left over those seeds. I've been trying to collect potato seeds just to see how much I get, and then a strawberry and watermelon, limpwort. And I also do my bush runs, so I'm doing changerberries right now because I haven't unlocked these two. I'll also be doing belladonnas in the future for the pet chance and for the herb experience. And then I have a cactus seed for when I want to grow cactuses. I also have my pineapples for creating super compost, and I got those while I was at the charter ships, and I'd buy them at the same time I was buying soda ash and seaweed and buckets of sand. And then my herbs down here, which are looking pretty nice. About 200 Harlanders, almost 300 Raynars, 169 Toadflax, and then a bunch of just random herbs that I got from other stuff. I also have almost 100 Harlander potions unfinished, and yeah, so I have 125 energy potion 3s as well. Oh yeah, they're right here. So I had to make those for an herb level when I wanted to make super anti-poisons. Did some of those left over. Also 400 limpworts from farming, so those are all coming along well. The bank is starting to look nice. I still have to do a lot of organization. I have a lot of crap that I don't need anymore. I have to get rid of it all, but I'll do that eventually. This is just literally all questing stuff, and I probably will end up dropping most of it, but I want to finish my questing grind before I start dropping it, so we're going to wait until that. Should be lunar diplomacy finally completed. There we go. 5k magic. Ooh, rune crafting. I didn't even know it gave rune crafting. But 28 rune crafting, that's nice. And access to lunar spellbook, which is the most important part. So I don't think I explained exactly why I wanted to do lunar diplomacy, but it's because I need access to lunars for super glass make so that I can raise my crafting level. My goal is basically I want to have a nice, like a very nice melee setup for Slayer before I start, which will include a Fury. And the way I'm going to train crafting, because battle staves are slow because it takes so much time to gather supplies and create the orbs and everything. I'm going to be doing the lantern lens at one of the really obscure charter ship locations, like Port Sarum or something. I'll be just super glass making the charter materials and then making lantern lenses and selling them back, which is about 60 or 70k crafting XP per hour. And that's what I'll be doing to get to 85 crafting from 61. That's what I'll be working on now, but first I need to get to 77 magic. And for that, I will be elk agility-ing? I don't exactly know how you're supposed to say it, but so that's the plan for racing magic. I'll also be splashing a little bit like while I'm at school, so you know, that's how it's kind of gotten up to 68, and through a little bit of questing, a little bit of elking, but not too much. So far for elks, I've got 500 magic longbows unstrung to elk, which should be fine, and I have these iron plate bodies from before, and I think that's it. So I will need about another 10,000-ish elks. That's if I don't do any splashing, so roughly a little bit less than that. And that'll probably be from Kingdom, so I'm gonna have to go collect that. Regardless, I'm gonna think of some more ways to level up magic in the meantime, or something else to do while I wait for more maple logs to come in. Another one of my goals is to get the Portal of Korend, so that I can teleport to the catacombs whenever I need for doing Slayer tasks. So I thought I'd work on that as well during this period while I'm waiting for my miscellanea to go, and that's why I'm doing construction, to get up to 50 construction to make the portals. I went and turned some of my oak logs into planks. I made about 1,700, and I've used up quite a few so far. This is the method I've been doing, and I've got 41 construction right now, so it's going pretty good. It probably won't take me longer than like 20 minutes to finish off 50, if that. So we're gonna finish off 50 here and then move on and figure out something else to do. Well, I'm gonna build that portal and then figure something else to do. A little bit difficult to commentate and do construction at the same time, but the method I used for making the planks, because the Varrock sawmill is not that great, is to use the sawmill here in Zaya in the woodcutting guild. Just went back and forth from the bank, so that you can like stand in the bank and you can click over here, so you can walk down there. It's a little bit of an AFK time. It's pretty nice, and you don't have to use law runes to teleport back to Varrock like you would use if you're doing the sawmill at Varrock. So that's pretty nice, and that only took me probably like an hour to do all 1,700. 20-ish minutes later, like I said, we should have 50 construction coming in here. Portal chamber, that's what I'm looking for. And to use to get the Korend direct portal thing, I need to unlock the spell. So I think I'm going to go get my Arceus favor up. I'll lock in Hosidius, obviously, and get Arceus favor up, and at the same time I'll look for that book, so we can hopefully knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. And I'll probably be putting the lamps probably on runecrafting, because I need 30 for Slug Menace. So that should be really easy since I only have 31 XP till 29 anyway. I finished the favor and it took me about an extra 5-ish minutes, so not actually that bad to find the transportation incantation. I used most of the books I got already, but I think 1 more will give me the runecrafting level. There's 30, so now I can do Slug Menace. And I think I'm going to use the rest of them on runecrafting, even though I'm trying to level up magic, just because I need 35 for another quest. I forget what it was, but there we go. It's not going to quite get me to another runecrafting level, but be a nice dent into 31. Yeah, so about 365 experience left. Not too bad, most of the way to level 31. We'll see how much experience Slug Menace gives, but I might do a little bit of runecrafting to get to that quest. If I can bring it up here really quick. What lies below, that's what it was. And that's needed for a diary and gives a lot of runecrafting XP, and you guys know I like questing, so I'm gonna have to do that eventually. As for what I'll be working on now, the only other thing I can really think of to work on is alternative magic training, or work on the defender. What I mean by alternative magic training is like charging orbs or something, but there's no real good way for me to get cosmic runes, and the bank is over there. So I don't think I'll do that. I'll probably do the defender. I'm not quite sure, but I'll get back when I'm doing that. So I did end up coming to the Warriors Guild next, and I was actually starting to lose hope that this item existed, because I killed the upper Cyclopses for about like, you know, an hour to get the Rune Defender, no big deal. I've been down here for like 4 hours now, killing the larger Cyclopses, and granted, this is like the third or... why can't I get in the door? It's like the third or fourth cash stack I've got here. Okay, that was weird. But I got about 200k in elks, plus like 2 or 3 adamant square shields. I mean, they'll be nice for medium clues, but I only need 1. And yeah, this thing, I don't know. I've never had this much of a problem with it, but hopefully all my PVM drops are not this bad. Anyway, there's that nice 1 strength bonus and 5 extra slash, so I'm starting to look kind of like a nice account, I guess. I'm almost prepared for Slayer. Haven't checked miscellaneous today. Probably do that right about now, and we'll see what we've got in there. I cut all the bows that I had from last time, and I got up to 500 maple longbows here, and plus the elks before, so we're gonna go check Kingdom right now and see how many more we can get. On our way to Miscellanea, or to the King at least, here now. I also wanted to mention that in the process of grinding out that the Dragon Defender, I'm sorry, I ended up getting up to 60 defense from 49 I think I had, and 61, very close to 62 attack. So according to my XP tracker, that's like 200k melee experience gained, so you can imagine kind of how long I was there. But anyway, here we go. I think it's been 4 or 5 days. I don't remember how much you get per day because I don't do this on my main and I haven't done this for years. So let's just... 97%, I forgot to bring the pick. We'll just collect anyway. Yeah, it's on the right stuff. Alright, that's not too bad. I'm, like I said, not really sure what I was expecting. Nice amount of irrits, that'll be nice for super attacks. Not a lot of qualms. Avanto is my favorite herb because they're the most XP, since you can make them into super energy and then staminas. And the Raynars are nice. And then 1 Guam seed. How pitiful. 8 bird's nest, but that's what we're really in it for. So that is 1/10 of, a little bit more than 1/10 of 77 mage. And let's just deposit another 300k here. There we go, back up to 2 mil. Gonna leave that sit for a while longer, and I'm gonna be working on a few things next. So another thing I wanted to get, actually why am I going this way, is I want to have all the like accessory items for Slayer so that I don't have to drop any items and I can pick up everything. So I want the gem bag, and I want the seed box. I'll also want the herb sack eventually, but I can't get that obviously until I get more points. So I will be doing mining and tithe farm. I'm not sure if I should wait until 74. I probably will do it now, but both of those things are on the agenda, and then I'll also be doing the elk agility. I wanted to get 70 mining first before I did Motherlode mine for the gem bag, so that I could like get adamant ore from Motherlode at the same time and not have to deal with like too much crappy ore. I mean, Mithril is still useful, but having Addy is nice, and I don't really see that it's really worth without it. Also higher experience rates and everything, so that's why I thought it'd be a good idea to get 70 mining first. And there we go, 70 mining. Mine adamant, and apparently I can wear the expert gloves. I didn't know there was a mining requirement on that. But this mining guild update came out like a week or 2 ago. So that's pretty cool, and it's very comparable to 3-tick iron, at least at that spot and the way I was doing it. I was getting about 65 to 68k. I wasn't paying the greatest attention and had to get up and do something, so it went down a little bit. But how much are these gloves? 60 and 120? Oh my god. That's how much I got from 60 to 70. So that's a lot. I think I'm just going to save them for now. I'll probably end up just getting the superior mining gloves, but I'm just going to save them for right now and use them when I need them, if I ever decide to mine rune for some reason. But I got a few gems from that, there they are. Mostly sapphires. I also got this medium clue, so I'm probably going to go do that right now, then move on to Motherlode. Anyway guys, this episode's been kind of long, so I'm deciding to split it into 2 parts. We got a lot of stuff done in this first part, but the next part we'll be working to continue most of the goals that we started, and yeah, look forward to that. So I hope you guys all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in part 2.